Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about this little challenge that I set myself for October. I wouldn't really call it a challenge, but it's just something I wanted to do this October. So I have quite a few little books here to talk about, so I'm just going to jump straight in and I hope you enjoy the video. The little challenge that I set myself for October is to read mainly from a selection of thrillers and horrors. I mean, some of these do class as horrors, but most of them class as thrillers, at least by what people have shelved them as on Goodreads. I went by with what Goodreads said just because googling each book is tedious, and a lot of different books tend to go into different shelves, genres I guess. So what I'm going to do today is go through all the books that I have chosen off my shelves that fit thrillers or horrors. So yeah, I'm just going to jump straight in with showing you the books, and I'm not going to really talk about them because I don't really know a whole lot about them all. So I'm going to start with the one which I've read and finished first, and that is Babydoll by Hollie Overton. I read that in 4 days. It was a really good read. I will be doing a review over on my new blog very soon. I'm just trying to get all of the blog things finalised before I start writing reviews. So that's book one that I've read and finished. So now I'm just going to go through the rest of them. Now I probably won't read all of them or hardly any of them, but I just want to be able to choose from these, and I'm going to do my best to get through these. So this next one is Dracula by Bram. I'm kind of dreading reading this one. I've wanted to read it for a while, but it's just so thick. It's not even that many pages. I've read a book with this many pages before, but I think it's just where the writing is so small and obviously the time it's based in. I think I might struggle with this one, so I don't know if I will get to it yet. The next one is Dolly, a Ghost Story by Susan Hill. I bought this one because it was quite small, and this was ages ago I bought this. I'm quite excited to give this one a go. I've not really tried reading many books like this. And then again by Susan Hill, I've got The Woman in Black. I did start reading this before, but I struggled with it because of the writing. So I'm going to give it another go. I'm just not sure if I will actually enjoy it. The next one is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I know kind of like a bit about it, but not enough to know exactly how the story goes. Then I have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. So there's another story in it which I've already read, so I won't be reading that one. Yeah, I'm quite excited to read this. I did try and read it before. The next one is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. And I did start it, like I have most books, but I have completely forgotten the beginning of the book to what I've read. So I've taken the bookmark out and I'm going to start from the beginning again. Then I have two books written by Seth Grahame-Smith, and one of them is Abraham Lincoln the Vampire Hunter, and then Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. The next one is The Moth Diaries by Rachel Klein. The movie is one of my favourites. I know quite a bit about this book. I think I will very much enjoy this. The next one is something I don't know anything about besides what it says on the back, and that is The Puppet Show by M.W. Craven. Or Craven. This one is a thriller, and in this little fake sticker, which I hate those, it says the most gripping thriller you'll read this year. So I am excited to read this. Next is Bird Box by Josh Malerman. I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure though. I only know what the trailer shows about this movie, so I don't know if it's going to be different to the book, so we shall see. The next one is more of like a children's book, I guess, but a lot of adults read it anyway. And surprisingly, it's one that I haven't read yet, and that is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. Very excited to read this. I've had this on my shelf for a little while. Again, I did start it. I got about 50 pages in, but then I left it for so long I couldn't remember the beginning of the book. So I took the bookmark out and I'm going to restart it. Next is one which I've had on my shelf since I bought and read My Best Friend's Exorcism, and it's by the same author, and it's Horrorstor by Grady Hendrix. My favourite thing about this book is that it looks like a catalogue. The whole way through, it looks like a catalogue. Each new chapter looks like a catalogue thing, and it's just, it blows my mind that someone has thought of doing this. You know, there's even like a map of the store. I did start this one, but I wasn't really enjoying it. That was like last year maybe. I've had this on my shelf for a while. I think it was just, you know, not the right time for me to read it, which is what I think about if I don't enjoy a book. The first time round, I will try again a couple months later down the line, or in this case, a year-ish, and try again. And if I still can't get into it to a certain point, then I will DNF it. But I'm hoping that I enjoy this one because I really loved Grady Hendrix's other book, My Best Friend's Exorcism. Can't wait to give that one another go. And then last but not least, this one I've started, and I can honestly say that at the moment I'm only 15 pages in and I can't stand it. And I don't know if it's just the fact that I'm really impatient and I really want to watch the show, or if it's just a really slow beginning. And that is You by Caroline Kepnes. And I think that's how you say the last name. I'm not too sure. I've not heard anyone else say it out loud, so I can't really be sure. There's a couple in this, but if you know me, I don't really like movie covers. But who doesn't want to look at Penn Badgley? I mean, he's very beautiful. I'm even rewatching Gossip Girl because I can't watch this show yet. That's just me fangirling over Penn Badgley. So those are all the books that I have to choose from for the month of October. I will also be doing book reviews for any books that I read from here on out, whether they go up as soon as I've read the book or a couple days or weeks afterwards. That will depend on my mind and how focused I am, but I can assure you they will go up. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time in another video. Bye guys!